Hi, and welcome to our WakeupData webinar. We're really happy to see you and really excited to share some of the work that we've been working on for the past few months. I'm Luna, a growth marketeer here at WakeupData, and your host for today. And I'm not alone. We are here with our amazing Steffen. He is our business developer manager, and he will take us through some of the new updates. We are always looking for the best solution for our clients, as we want to make their lives as easy as possible. With that in mind, we listen to some of our customers and improve our platform even more. So let's have a look on those. So first off is the enhanced field conversions. With the field conversions, you have the opportunity to create new fields based on the data you import from your product feed. These new fields can be used on your different sales channels. In this update, we are updating our field conversion to work with our intuitive transformation engine to make it easier for you to create the data you need for your specific marketing channels. For example, if you want to improve your product title, you can create a new field that contains the best title in the world. You can use your new product title in all your channel fields. Instead of creating the same conversion for every single channel, your new product title can be made up of any information you have available in your imported data. You can add statistic tests before and after your title, or you can add other fields before or after your title field. It's all up to you. Or maybe you want to have Google product category in a test format instead of a number format. Field conversions are great for that too. You can even set up a default value in case some of your products do not have data in Google product category field. If they have a value, you can set up rules to match them for the corresponding text version. When you have set up some nice conversions and then you realize that you need them for another project, for example, for different markets, or maybe you have multiple clients with the same requirements, you can now either copy a field conversion or choose to sync it in another project. If you copy it, you'll be able to modify it further to fit the exact requirements of your project. But if you sync it, you'll have to maintain it in one single place for all the projects that you are working on. This is a really, really great way for managing many countries or multiple brands. So there you have it. The enhanced field conversion will allow you to master transformations and rules for your company or clients for multiple countries or multiple brands. So just to sum up, our enhanced field conversions is extremely flexible and powerful. And for sure, it's the strongest way in the world to handle intermediary fields. So to be able to use the enhanced field conversions in your product data, you first need to import your data to our platform. Steffen, are there any updates regarding importing?
Yes, Luna, that actually is something new on the import side as well. We've introduced an old friend of ours, filtering on the import side of the projects actually. So where we right now usually filter on the channel side of things, meaning on the channels that's going out to Google or Facebook, now you can actually filter on the project side. So meaning that you'll filter out products before they even get into the platform. That makes a lot of sense when you, for example, have inactive products on your website, or you have products that has gone out of your stock, meaning old products that you don't serve anymore, or you keep them on your platform for SEO purposes maybe. These can now be filtered out already on the import side in the platform. So when you're in the platform, how you actually do is that you go on your import view, click the edit mappings, and in there you'll see import filtering. Then just as on the channel side, you'll see the option to actually filter between include products by rules or exclude products by rules. And in there you can, for example, set it to filter out all of products that are that could be out of stock, so that they don't go into them because you don't want to send them anywhere. One of the key importances of actually filtering on the import side is that it helps you not waste time controlling it on the channel side, meaning that you can ensure the products that you don't want to have on your given sales or marketing channels won't be there. And the next thing I just want to highlight and talk to you guys about is the settings features that's been developed, so to say, so that you can take a little bit more control over what you see on your account and how you're notified. And this everything is controlled from the settings tab that you'll find up in the right corner. And when you toggle that one, you'll go in and actually see that you can choose between account and preferences. And on the preferences, you'll be met with either notifications or general. In general, you can choose between which also the shortcuts you want to have displayed in there. Whereas under the notification, you can say which notifications you actually want to be warned about in the platform. In that way, streamlining the interface more to what you actually want to see. So if you choose the shortcuts, you can choose to see if there's a given export that you want to access directly from that shortcut. On the dashboard side of things, there's also been some updates to how we actually display the status of a given feed. We've enabled these shortcuts, or we made these shortcuts available, and you can actually enable and disable them yourself, as we saw in the settings part of it. You'll see them figuring out to the right with short abbreviations for what they actually can do. So you'll see field conversions, you'll see scheduling, you'll see project steps, how many steps there are tied to that given project. Furthermore, on the channel side, on each channel, you'll be able to actually access the mapping and the filtering for that given channel. Furthermore, we'll also display how many products is being exported on that given channel right now, because you might import 10,000 products on the project, but you only send 5,000 of those products to that given channel.
We talked a little about field conversions, importing data into WakeupData's platform, and some of the shortcuts that you can use on your own benefit. Another very important thing of what we do here in WakeupData is exporting those data into any given sales channels. Is there any news regarding that, Steffen?
Yes, Luna, that's actually quite accurate. On the export side of things, we've also done some things to make it even more fun to work with the platform, but also make it more to visualize things more so people understand what will actually happen to the data once they use WakeupData to create connection out to these different channels. So if we go to exported data, you'll actually see that we've tried to visualize an existing feature that we had for some while more so that people actually can benefit from it. This is the compare data that will show you how your exported data looks compared to your imported data. In that way, making sure that the rules that you set up for the given channel, you can actually see that they're being implemented correctly on the given products. So if you say that the title should look at a specific way on one product, you'll be able to find it in the compare data and see that the rules have actually been done effectively. Moreover, we created a visualizer, so to say, where we'll show how the ads will look like when going out to the channel. Say that you're creating a Google Shopping feed, then you will actually be able to see how that shopping ad will look like when it goes out on Google Shopping after you've done your changes. That is also, it's not only for Google Shopping, we're also adding Facebook to begin with, and we'll add as many as our partners, clients want to have, because it's not a static field. We'll add, we'll keep on developing on this tool, trying to visualize how the outcome might be for the different channels. It's a neat feature that allows you to actually look a bit into the future, if we can say it like that.
It's really nice to hear that we have a greater and stronger view of the export data with that update. Just a small recap of how WakeupData actually stands out is that we import your product feed into our platform, and through features such as expression and transformation engines, we will optimize that and export it to any given channels. In that regards, I heard that we also have new expressions and new transformations. Is that right?
Yes, Luna. And actually, in that regards, we've added some new expression into our expression bank, consisting of more than 100 expressions today. I have 4 new ones I want to highlight for you guys to explain what they actually do and what they consist of. So if we go into the expression engine, we'll see that the first one is placed under text, where we actually allow you to capitalize every first letter of the word, so that you make sure that your titles, for example, look neat with capitalized beginning letters. The next one that we've made is is under the JSON extraction, where we actually can extract JSON values from JSON scripts. So if you have a complex data setup, you can extract it from there. Furthermore, the last one is dealing with numbers, where we can allow you to actually round a number up or round it down as you want to, so that you make sure to have whole numbers instead of decimal numbers when you send it to the given channels.
Thank you for the insight, Steffen. So just to see if I understand correctly, as a marketeer, we're always looking forward to increase our return on investment. And the new expression, by presenting your products in the best way possible and in a way that meets the needs of each specific channel, actually will give you better return on investment. So that's huge.
Yes, and on the transformation engine, we've actually also added some new features, allowing you guys to actually work with it in a more efficient way as well. Where if we take this example, where we have gone to the transformation engine and start working with the price, we've isolated the price so that it's solely the numbers that are left, meaning that we exclude the currency that you can see. And then if we go to the math button here, we can actually use our new function called change if higher, change if lower, etc., to define a value that we want the transformation engine to output based on the number that's in it. So that could, for example, be if we change if higher than, so that we say if it's higher than 300, we want it to be displayed as high, and if it's lower, we want it to be displayed as low. And that way we can control our custom labels in a very efficient way. Another example could be the function clear if lower than or equal to. That's very useful if you, for example, don't want to send your products out on a specific channel based on the stock count that you have. So say, for example, you have a stock count of, you set it to 100, and then it will make sure that all of the products that has a stock count of 100 or smaller will be cleared out. Furthermore, on the textual side, we might actually also add some new features. So if we go to a text field and click the modification and the modified text, we'll see that there's new functions in there. We have the append text if content is not empty, append text if not already contained, append field if not already contained, and then the same functions just as prepend, of course. And if empty, add field, and I'll get into that. If you choose the first one, append text if not already contained, then we can look for a specific value in the text value that we want to transform. And if that is not already in the text, then please append it afterwards. As you'll see in the example, AM1 will be appended to.
We cover so many amazing updates, but we have an even more exciting one. We have expanded our platform with a brand new tool. So the WakeupData platform you already know and love has been renamed for WakeupData Connect. And our brand new tool that we have launched this week is called WakeupData Actions. You may think of WakeupData Actions as an added layer of product intelligence, providing you with actionable insights on your product data so that you can be sure to get the absolute most of your advertisement investment. WakeupData Actions can be used on its own or even better in conjunction with the WakeupData Connect. When you enter your product feed URL, WakeupData Actions will analyze it and provide a prioritized list of actions to improve the data quality of your feed. We perform more than 100 tests on your data and will group the results in 4 prioritized categories. First one, critical, and then important, warning, and worth noting. In each category, you will find a list of actions like images not exist, GTIN is missing, brand is missing, price is relatively low, and many, many, many more. For each action, we also list the number of products affected. This gives you a perfect overview of the health of your product feed. And this is all just the start of WakeupData Actions. We have big plans for interesting new features to come in the near future, including feed-based Google Text Ad, dynamic image editing, and AI, as well as machine learning functionalities. If you need advanced field conversions, filtering, enrichment, and/or want to send your products to multiple sales channels, you will have to use both WakeupData Actions and WakeupData Connect together. Why? Because together they make a super strong product field management platform. If you already have an account with WakeupData, that is now WakeupData Connect, your login information will remain all the same. However, if you want to hear more about Action and perhaps integrate it with your existing account, please do not hesitate to get in touch with us. Our customer success team, as well as our sales team, will be more than happy to hear about your business needs and find the best solution tailored for you. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.